Hey guys, so today I'm starting off by priming my skin with Benefit's Porefessional primer. I like this primer, I like patting it in and then kind of smoothing over. I think it can really smooth out the skin if you're worried about pores especially. Then going in with Maybelline's Matte and Poreless, I think it's called, foundation. I like this foundation when I'm feeling very oily. It can stay matte if you really want to be matte. Like, I don't mind if I get a little bit oily throughout the day. You would like this foundation because it doesn't keep you like extremely matte. But so yeah, I'm just blending that in. I suggest that you use the Beauty Blender when it's damp, because if you use it when it's dry, it's going to absorb a lot of your product. And also when it's damp, you get that hydration in your skin, and I always recommend that. And I'm also blending it out down to the neck. I always do this. A lot of people have their face being paler than their neck. My face and my neck are both paler than the rest of my body. I don't know if it's just me. And then I'm going into my MAC corrector and concealer palette, and I'm taking the yellow shade and I'm putting that right in the inner corner of my eye because I have a lot of blue there. It's like a sky blue. It's really insane. But yeah, I'm just placing that there and blending it out with a beauty blender. Then going in with MAC Prolongwear Concealer in NW20. I'm just going to place this gently under my eye and then bring it down along the side of the nose. I like doing that because I feel like it can help make your nose look slimmer. And you can really just do like an upside down triangle. And then I'm going to do in between the eyebrows where I tend to get a little bit red, on my chin, around my nose, and then going back in with my damp beauty blender, and I'm going to blend all of that out. And don't forget to blend in the inner corner of your eye where I have my blueness. You don't want to leave that part blank. It can look a little funky when you have a full face of makeup and then you're just kind of missing makeup right there. I'm going to set everywhere that I just put the concealer with MAC Pro Emphasize and Accentuate setting powder. I'm using a Sigma tapered blending brush. I can't remember the number of it, but I'm just going to put that over the lids, under the eyes, my forehead, my chin, anywhere that I put that highlighter, because I just want to keep those areas nice and light. And you definitely want, well, I set around my nose because I get pretty oily on my nose. That's like where I get pretty oily. But you can focus more powder on certain areas where you get more oily too. Then just going in with this Revlon powder, Photoready. I'm just taking that on a brush and I'm just going to set the rest of my face where I'm not concerned about staying light. Like, I'm just going to dust this over the cheeks, over the forehead, like the sides of the nose, anywhere where I would normally bronze pretty much. Then I'm going in with my Real Techniques contour brush. I love this brush. It's very good if you want a soft contour. I'm taking Anastasia Beverly Hills, I think it was Fawn, and I'm going to start at the top of my ear, almost like I'm taking a line to my mouth, but I'm going to, you could definitely do it more, almost like you're going straight across, but not quite that severe, but yeah, you just want to kind of dust that into the cheekbones. And blend up. Don't blend down because you can get more of a muddy finish if you blend down. You're creating the illusion of a shadow, so you want to suck everything in by contouring. And just blend up around the temples. Then I'm taking Havana, which is a little bit darker, and I'm going to take that right around my hairline because I have a huge forehead and I like to contour it. I don't really contour my nose specific. I just kind of run the brush on the sides of it. I don't know. I don't really care for that on me personally. And then take it around the jawline. I'm going in with Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer and just kind of bronzing in the areas that I contoured. It's different because bronzing is more, it's not as precise. So you're going to look like you were kind of in the sun. I'm just doing that along the cheeks. I like to bronze my nose too. And then you can do the jawline because you don't want to let your jaw fall flat. You want to keep that dimension. You don't want to have your face go right into your neck, so don't ignore your jawline. or your chin, actually. Then I'm going in with MAC Melba Blush on a Real Techniques multitask brush, and I'm just putting some blush on my cheeks. I usually go heavy with blush. I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't help it. I just love blush. Oh, I'm highlighting. I love this highlighter. It's from the Bourdin palette by NARS. And it's that top, yep, right there. It is so pretty. I love using it when I'm pale, like in the winter. This is pale for me. I can't. But I love using that. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm putting that right on the high points of my cheekbones. I'm blending up. And then I also put that on the bridge of my nose, and I highlight my Cupid's bow a lot. I love highlighter. Look at it, so pretty. I look so miserable. Okay, then I'm going in with a Bdellium Tools. I can't remember the number. It might be 762. But it's an angled liner brush. I'm taking the Anastasia Dip Brow in taupe. It's very important to use a spoolie when you're doing your brows. You want to brush through in the beginning to get your brows nice and fluffed up, and also in the end to get rid of any excess product. So I start by pretty much underlining my eyebrow, like lining the bottom to get that nice and defined, and then I kind of build up my arch and either round it out or just kind of follow the natural pattern. And then I'm kind of connecting the top of the arch with the tail so that it's not very thin. I don't like my tail to be thin. I want to have some balance there. I don't really focus a lot of product on the inner part of the brow. I kind of just brush the brush through it when I'm done to get that little bit of shading there. And then you just put a brush through it. And then I don't always like clean up my brows with concealer, but sometimes I like to. I'm just doing the other eyebrow. So this is the same MAC concealer from the palette that I was using before. I'm just using that on a 242, I want to say. God, I used to have all my brushes memorized. And I'm just running that on the bottom of the brow. And I usually don't do the concealer in the beginning of my brow because I want that to be kind of natural and not sculpted. I usually just do the arch, but in this time I did the beginning. Oh, the Tartelette palette. I'm so obsessed. It's all matte shades. They're so pretty. That shade, God, what does that say? Force of Nature and Wanderer. They're so good. They're such good transition shades. So I just mix those. I'm taking a MAC 224 brush, I think, and I'm just sweeping that back and forth in windshield wiper motions. Nothing precise. I'm just getting that on there so that when we go in with darker shades, they kind of have something to blend into, and that way you have some product on your eye so the powders can blend a little bit easier. And I'm just taking this cream shade. I'm going to pat that on the lid just to brighten it a little bit. Then I'm going in with Natural Beauty. Is that what that's called? I'm just doing the same thing. By going in with the shade that's a little bit darker, you're just slowly building up the definition of the eye. You don't want to go in right away with a dark shade. It's going to be a little bit harder to blend. You just want to build up. Then I'm taking this a little bit darker brown shade on a 217, and I'm just going to place that on the outer corner of the eye. And when you pick up any makeup on a brush, your product placement is very important. When you first touch the brush to wherever you're applying the makeup, that's where you're going to get the most product placement. So I first touched the brush on the outer corner because I wanted it to be the darkest and the most pigmented on the outer corner versus the inner. And once I've kind of blended out the outer corner, I start to bring it in because most of the product at that point had been placed. So you're going to get less pigmentation towards the beginning, but you're still getting that slight definition. I'm just doing the same thing on the other eye. Just want to place it and then slowly bring it in. I actually ended up going in with a dark shadow in the inner corner anyway, but And you can just continue to pack it on until you have it as dark as you like it. And then I'm just taking one of those transition shades. I think this was Wanderer, and I'm just kind of going over everything, make sure everything's nice and seamless. Then I went in my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. I love this palette, it's so good. And I just used that gold shade. You can use any gold eyeshadow you like. You can use any eyeshadow really that you like, period. But I went in with this gold shade, and I just focused this on the center of the lid. You wanna, I mean, this doesn't have to be super precise, but you wanna focus it in the center. And don't bring it up too high into the crease. You want to keep your crease matte. That's just the rule that I follow. I love having matte shades in the crease. And then shimmer on the lid. So just don't bring it up too high. You can get that product in there though. And then going in with this dark brown shade, the darker one. Now I'm just kind of packing that dark shade on the outer corner as well as the inner corner. I wanted that to have the most intensity right there. Just kind of tucking it into the inner corner of my eye and blending upwards towards the crease. And then once most of my product has been placed, I'm going to kind of connect the two sides back and forth in windshield wiper motions. I'm completely like out of frame, sorry. I'm just going in with my 224 and blending all over. It's good to have a fluffy blending brush just to go in between steps. Now I'm going in with that black shadow on a angled brush. This is actually an eyebrow brush by Sigma, and I'm just packing that into very close to the lash line. It can help to kind of turn your head and so that you're looking to the side when you're doing your inner corner, because that pulls the eye a little bit tighter, so you might be able to get a better line. Then I'm going in with my NYX eye pencil in black, and I'm just going to go ahead and tightline. This does make a huge difference. At first, I didn't want tight lining first. When I first heard of it, I was like, oh my gosh, that would tickle too much. But it makes such a difference. And if you kind of do it like I am, like kind of closing your eyes almost, it makes it so much easier. Then I'm going in with a MAC 239 brush, and I'm going to take the neutral shade, the transition shades that we had used in the beginning, and I'm just going to smudge out the shadow that I have placed on the bottom. Just blend, blend, blend. Then going in with the Tarte liner. This is the nude liner. I just put that in my waterline, and then doing my mascara. I really have been loving this mascara. It's the Rimmel Scandaleyes. I love it. I feel like you get good volume and it separates. And what I do when I'm doing the lashes closest to my inner corner, I kind of point the brush towards my inner corner, if that makes any sense. I feel like it helps them kind of get straight up almost. Then I'm taking this warm shade from the Chocolate Bar palette. I just wanted to warm up my shadow. I'm just going windshield wiper motions. Nothing crazy. And just blend, blend, blend. Then I'm going in with my favorite lip liner ever. This is the shortest lip liner I have because I just use it all the time. Whirl by MAC. Go get it. It will be with you forever. I'm just lining my lips. No special way. I don't think I overlined or anything. I'm going to just follow the natural lip line. If you're overlining, don't do it too crazy. You know, try to just go right above your natural lip line. If you feel like your lips are smaller in certain places, you don't have to overline the entire lip. You can kind of just focus on those certain places. And then I'm going in with my favorite MAC lipstick. This is Creme Cup. So pretty. It's just a neutral pink shade. Just adding more blush because I always do this. I try to have a normal amount of blush and then I always add more. Now I'm going in with Koko lashes in the style Koko. These are one of my favorite lashes. I was not a big lash person in the beginning, but because I felt like some lashes were just too much, it kind of hid everything. These, you get the drama and everything, but they're so soft at the same time. You can see each individual lash. It's not overwhelming to the eye. So I love these lashes. When I put lashes on, I like to place them, like press them on in the center by the lash line and then kind of tuck in the sides one by one. I find that works best for me. And then just kind of push it and push them up almost. Okay guys, the look is complete. I hope you like it and I hope you enjoyed the video.
You can do it, won't you dance with me? Move your feet and feel it in the space between. You gotta give yourself a moment, let your body be.